What's up guys, my name is Emily Cohen. I've been playing Ultimate Frisbee competitively for the past 8 to 9 years, and today I'm going to be going over some reasons of why you should play Ultimate Frisbee or why you would be potentially interested in it. So the first reason is that it's really great exercise. Ultimate Frisbee is a sport that requires a lot of running, and it's a sport that you're definitely going to get exercise. It's not like baseball where you just kind of sit in the field. In Ultimate Frisbee, you are constantly moving around, and that's something that is really great if you're looking to get exercise. Okay, so the second reason, and one of the biggest reasons that I personally play Ultimate Frisbee, is that it allows you to do a wide range of athletic skill. It allows you to throw, it allows you to catch, it allows you to run, you get to play offense and defense, and there are very few sports out there that give you this experience. If you're somebody that is sort of an all-arounder like me, Ultimate Frisbee is just unbelievably fun because you get to do so many things. When I played softball, it was always really frustrating because I would get to use my hand-eye skills, but I wouldn't get to use my speed. And when I played soccer, I would get to use my speed, but I couldn't use my hand-eye coordination skills. So Ultimate Frisbee provides this just total athletic experience that is very rare in other sports. So the third reason is that Ultimate Frisbee has a very desirable game duration. Games last normally around 90 minutes, which is a very sweet spot length of time. It's not too long, it's not too short, it's just a really solid game duration. Reason 4 is that it's a very upbeat game. Ultimate Frisbee has continuous action, and because of that, it creates a very good playing experience. So unlike football, where when you throw an incomplete pass, the game stops, in Ultimate Frisbee, it continuously goes until you get a point. So there are very few breaks, and it's continuous action, which if you're an athlete, it's very enjoyable. Reason 5 is that Ultimate Frisbee has a very exciting overtime format. It's actually one of the most dramatic overtime formats that you can find in any sport. Ultimate Frisbee uses a sudden death rule format where you play one sudden death point, which is called universe point, and then whoever gets that point wins. It's unbelievably exciting and awesome to be a part of.
Woo! Yeah!
Reason 6 is that it's a team sport. So you get all the benefits that a team sport has. You get to meet new friends, you get to feel like you're part of a group, you get the team sport experience. So something that I will say though is Ultimate Frisbee is on the side of team sports where everybody on your team matters a lot. It's not like football or baseball where if you don't have a quarterback, you have like no chance, or in baseball, if you don't have pitching, you have no chance. In Ultimate Frisbee, there isn't one position that just matters so much more than everything else. So if you really like working as a team, winning as a whole, it's a very good experience for that. Number 7 is that it has a very low start cost. So for Ultimate Frisbee, you really don't need any gear. If you have some water and a disc, you can start playing. And if somebody else on your team has a Frisbee, then all you need is basically some water, and that's about it. So for a lot of other sports, you need a lot of sport-specific gear to get into the game. If you're playing football, you need pads and helmets and a ton of gear. And for Ultimate Frisbee, you don't need any of that. So it's something that's very easy to try because there's no start cost. Reason 8 is that Ultimate Frisbee is a non-contact sport. So there's very low risk of head injuries or stuff like that, where if you play football or if you play men's lacrosse, it's a contact sport and you risk some of those injuries. So for Ultimate Frisbee, there's no tripping, there's no pushing, there's no tackling, so it's a pretty safe sport overall. So number 9 can be a pro or a con, but to me it's a pro, and it's that you don't have to deal with refs making bad calls and making you lose games. So in Ultimate Frisbee, you call all the calls yourself. So you never have to experience having a ref call some just terrible call and have them make you just lose your game. Because that happened to me many times in other sports. And in Ultimate Frisbee, I don't think I've ever had any call that just completely changed the game entirely, because in Ultimate Frisbee, you can discuss the call a little bit with your opponent. There's also a contest system, and in general, Ultimate Frisbee just generally gets the call correct, and it's something that you just don't have to worry about nearly as much. Reason 10 is that the game can be played in pretty much any weather, which means that there's very little risk of having rainouts. One of the biggest things that I didn't like very much about softball was so many games would just get rained out because the dirt just gets way too wet and then you can't play on it. For Ultimate Frisbee, it doesn't really matter how hard it's raining or if it's snowing, as long as it's not thundering and lightning, you can play. So if you really enjoy playing and getting the most games in, it's something that's a big pro about the sport. And the final reason is that it's just very fun. The combination of all of these things creates a very fun experience. You get to throw, you get to catch, you get to run, you get to play offense, you get to play defense. It's a really upbeat game. You have a lot of influence over the game. You get to make your own calls, so you don't have to worry about refs. All of these things together make for a very fun experience. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, you should definitely give it a try. And if there's anything that I missed, you should definitely comment that below. So like this video if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe, and be sure to share this with anyone you think could benefit from it. This is Ultimate101, and I'll see you next time.